Hello, friends. Andrea with the Bangs here, and welcome to the second edition of Confessions of a Novice Gamer. Now, first of all, I have to mention I'm so much of a novice that I don't even know the actual name that is referred to for new gamers, which is Noob, apparently. I'm that new. Someone mentioned that on Twitter the other day, so I'm like, oh, I'll put that in the next video. I kind of like it, though. I'm going to stick with that title, like Confessions of a Novice Gamer, because it'll just, it'll grab the attention, hopefully, of people, and they'll be like, what? She's wrong. Let me investigate this video. Oh, maybe I'll stay for the rest of her content. Anywho, I am making this because Hubs and I just finished The Witcher. We actually finished the main storyline last week, and we've been working through the 2 expansion packs, and those were awesome. Like, we just really loved them. Like, especially the second one. I don't even remember the name of the first one. The first one, it's about the immortal dude who makes a deal with like the devil or whatever, kind of Faustian. It was good. Like, I did really like that one. But the next one was called Blood and Wine. And it was, oh, wow. I really liked that one. So a couple things. I made some notes as to things to share just from my everything is new perspective that I think would be interesting to share with you guys. So it feels weird to end, to be done, because we kind of finished that main storyline about like finding Ciri and figuring out everything and with her, and the end credits kind of showing and explaining where everyone ended off, but then it wasn't really done because we had the expansion packs. So I kind of felt mixed feelings. I think I was holding on to the idea it's not done because we still have some playing to do. So it's been a sort of slow fade of finishing up, and so it wasn't as stark as if it just ended and we didn't have the expansion packs. Okay, so this happened a couple times, but there's a particular time where I just felt like I was such a morally upright person when I chose the options that were, more like humanitarian, or the more merciful option, when we could have been more harsh. So in one of the expansion packs, there's a woman who's been cursed to become this monster called a wight, and you have the option of either killing her or helping end the curse. And I was like, no, we've got to help her. We must. And so, we helped her, and like, okay, I am new to this. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I actually figured out, we didn't have to look it up or anything. I figured out the sort of wordplay with these rhymes for the curses and stuff. You had to kind of take it really literally. And so whatever, there's this thing with spoons, and I'm like, I bet it's don't use spoons. And then that was correct. And I felt very smart. So anyway, it turned out well. Like it worked out well that we were more merciful and showed her, grace. And I honestly felt like, oh wow, like we're such good people, like in this video game. So that's the sort of funny thing. I never thought I'd feel like, oh wow, I'm such a good person that I chose the better of the options and showed mercy on this, pixels and code. So anyway, that's an interesting effect of these things that aren't really real, but they're real in here. So there's that. Okay, I felt really bad when we sold items that we didn't need anymore. Like, we kept on moving up, finding better swords that were better quality than what we had. And so this one guy, I can't remember his name, but he gave us like his family sword from Skellige. And I was like, we should return it. We shouldn't sell it. We should return the family sword. But it would have been like so much out of our way to go back. So we sold it, and I just like felt bad. Again, this is another like more emotions out of the game. It's just a game. But I just felt bad selling this thing that meant so much to the family, because we really invested in that storyline, the Skellige storyline about, you know, with the ruler. And I think that that guy even died and his daughter was on the throne. And, you know, I just wonder if we should have taken it back. Anyway, so there's that. Didn't expect those kinds of feelings of regret, that's for sure. Tell me if it's just me or if you guys feel things like this. Next we have, okay, if I had a nickel for every time Geralt came upon a naked woman. I'll just leave that one to hang in the air for a second. Speaking of women, I definitely want to do like a video about, you know, women, the women I'm seeing in the video games that I'll be looking at. Now, I can't do a comprehensive sort of, you know, oh, from the hundreds of games I've played, here's what I see, because I don't want to do a small sampling. I want to play through these open concept worlds for my own enjoyment, and it won't be fun if I'm just sampling, you know, different games. So I can't do a general feel, but I mean, guys, I did watch that, you know, that series of that Feminist Frequency with Anita Sarkeesian. I bet most of you probably aren't big fans of hers. I'm not. I was just curious. Like I mean, I don't really agree with a lot of the things, but I just was curious as to hear about women's perspective of these games. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, well, what do I think, you know, seeing them. So I do have ideas about it, about the women in the games, or sorry, the women in Witcher, but I'd like to get a bit more of a feel for other games just before I really go into it, and I want to think about it a bit more. But one thing I'm just gonna say, the heels on their boots, they've got to run and like fight, and can we just give them like a small, like, you know, riding boot heel? Like, do we need the 3-inch? Like, can we just be practical a bit, please? Like, that's my one complaint, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, we don't need the heels. Okay. In the last of the expansion pack, where it's the very, very end, and oh, I guess spoilers if you haven't played. I mean, I'm kind of giving spoilers through this whole thing. So you've been given an estate as like a down payment for the job you've been contracted to do. So it's a vineyard that you're given, and you have the option of renovating the grounds and the house. And we had like a crap ton of money, and we were thinking, well, we were not gonna need this because we're almost done the game. So we just decided to, you know, the works, we're just gonna renovate it. And we did everything, and we even had like paintings to hang, and that we went and chose. We found some paintings in town and paintings we had collected, and there were a couple, like, you know, Van Gogh type knockoffs and such. And you guys, like, I was invested in this home. We were like, this is so beautiful. And I mean, before I even saw the very end scene, I was like, this is where I'm going to imagine that Geralt and Yen settle down for their, you know, their winter years, you know. I'm like, this is just beautiful. It was like, oh, Toussaint was beautiful, by the way. It was the most beautiful of all the lands. And yeah, it was just like that countryside and the garden and anyway. It was just, but you guys, this is a game. Again, this is a game. But I was so proud of, like, we went in each room and we're like, oh my goodness, this guest room, like, this is ours. You know, we went into like the kitchen and we're like, oh, look, this is the lady that was cursed and who's, you know, our cook now, and she's happy. And oh, and look at the little reading nook that Yen can read. Oh yeah, so, and also it was amazing that Yen was there. Hello, like, she was waiting for us, and I predicted it accidentally, you know, and unknowingly, like, and it was what I was hoping for. They were together in the end, and whatever. And also, okay, Another thing is I did see a few people with the comments mentioning how, is it like, who do you choose, like Triss or Yen? And I'm like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I watched the Netflix season, Witcher season first, and it just seemed, because like Yen is introduced as the love interest, so it just seemed like she was the one they were kind of destined to be together. And we did a little research, and like Yen, if you choose Triss, you lose both of them. So, but if you choose Yen, then you kind of keep both because you have Yen, and then you can still be friends with Triss. So, anyway, I just think that's an interesting little tidbit there. So, okay. So, here's one thing I want to hear your guys' opinion about, and then something that I need to work on for the next video game that we still haven't chosen, but we're going to talk about it tonight, and we're going to decide. And we're going to go through the list of things that you suggested, and we'll choose from there. So what do you think about looking things up that you're like, I can't find it, I don't know, we're not going to progress in the game without this thing, we're going to Google it? What do you guys think about that? Because I know my husband said it's not looked at well in like the gaming community. It's like, you figure it out. But guys, like there was this one ingredient that we needed, that we had to go to the north random most island to find in this random pack of these mythical creatures, and get, all 6 of their whatever spinal fluid or something. I don't know. We had no idea. Like we would have had no idea if we didn't look it up. So whatever. Anyways, I'm just curious as to your opinion on looking things up and things for me to work on. I didn't do a lot of the actual like controller work. Like I did all of the decision, like Hubs and I did it together, but I didn't do a lot of the when we traveled to places, when it was just a straight line and making a few little turns, I would. But as soon as a threat came, I'm like, you take it, I can't, So I think I need to try to do it myself. I think, even if Hubs is there, and so if I need help and backup, I can. But it's just hard because when you're learning something, things are hard and you don't move as fast. I think I need to just from the beginning play on the easiest level, which we did, but I just really wanted to get through because I really wanted to know what would happen. But I think I'm going to try to play on my own, try playing using the controller and whatnot. So I think that's it. I think I said all the things. I don't think I'll be doing any more Witcher videos specifically. I'll be continuing on with my confessions of a novice. I think we're gonna move on now to whatever the next game will be. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm a little worried that it won't be as good. Like it'll be like, but I just loved Witcher, and what if there's not one that's as good? And I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll see. I have to expand my horizons, and we'll see how it goes, guys. So thanks for listening. I don't know, I feel like I ran a bit long. Maybe I'll try to cut it down, but thanks for listening, guys, and have a good day, and please subscribe if you're new, and see you next time. So here's our beautiful house. Look at the furnishings and the tapestries. We chose that painting. Okay. Those are our swords. Wait, I want to go to the reading nook. Where's the reading nook? There's the reading nook!
You want to show them the guest room?
Let's show our room. Pretty nice. Actually, I just want to see the video. I just want to see the the picture. There's the knockoff Van Gogh. He's just like, this is my picture, let me stand beside it. And then the guest room. And there's the guest room, and a dress for Yen, and oh, okay, Geralt, okay, oh, and our beautiful bed for the guests. Okay, I think that's it. Our beautiful house that we made. Okay, there's the lady whose life we saved.